This is chapter 6. So again, I like to use C major for my examples. So we're going to just talk about this 7/7 chord first of all. This is a B, D, F, A flat chord. Okay, this is fully diminished, so you have to alter that chordal seventh. Okay, and the sort of special, I don't want to say trick, but the special idea here is that this leading tone, wherever it is, goes up and everything else falls. So that's a really nice way to remember how to do fully diminished 7 chords is the leading tone, wherever it is, goes up, everything else falls. And that works for virtually every scenario. So let's go through different inversions of this and show how this works in a 4-part harmony texture. And of course, I'll pause here if you want to press the space bar and take some notes. Okay, so now that we know what our chord is, let's actually do these in 4 parts. So again, I just want a nice 7/7 going to 1. And I like these big open chords, so I'm going to have a B, an F, a D, and an A flat here. And I'm just going to follow my rule. Leading tone, wherever it is, goes up. Everything else falls. And so again, my chord is this B, D, F, A flat chord. It's all stacked minor thirds for that fully diminished 7th formation. So again, I'm going to put the D here. And again, I like to have at least a 5th or greater between the bass and tenor. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to leave the, put the F and the B up here. And again, wherever that leading tone is, now it's up in the soprano, that's going to go up. And everything else is going to go down. Okay, perfect resolution. And again, here's your diminished 5th to a perfect 5th. Again, that is not parallel fifths. That's totally acceptable. Okay? Great. Now these can also go to a 1/6. And if that's the case, then all you do is just move this up here. Okay? And that's the only other time that you would have a note moving upwards other than the leading tone is if you want to do that 7/6/5 to 1/6 formation. And again, in this case, you're doubling the third, which is totally fine in a 1 chord. Okay. Good. The root is preferable to double, but again, it's perfectly acceptable to double the third. And that's in the theory textbook that I use. All right, let's go to a 7/4/3 texture or inversion. And this most definitely is going to go to a 1/6. So again, we have the chordal 5th now. So I'm going to put my F here. And I'm going to actually put a D up here. And I'm going to put a B here. And I'm going to score this really brightly. So right here. So we have our B, D, F, A flat. Okay. And again, wherever that leading tone is, you find it. This time it's in the alto. That's going to go up. Everything else is going to go down. And again, there's no leaping. Okay. Nice stepwise motion. And again, notice this lowered note has to go down. It happens to be the chordal 7th, which is a rule. The chordal 7th goes down. But again, this principle or this idea that any note that's lowered resolves downward, right? That happens here. We have to lower that A to A flat to get that fully diminished formation. Okay. And then finally, let's go to a 7/4/2 formation. And these are actually going to go to a 5/6/4. Okay? So this is a nice way to get into a cadential 6/4. And I'm actually going to put my A flat down here. I'm going to go to a G here. That's by default. So I'm going to put the F here. I need a B up here. So we have B, D, F, A flat. Chordal 7th already going down because that's the bass. Here's our B, which is our leading tone in the key of C, so that has to go up. And now in this case, for this to work properly, I'm just going to have to actually break the rules a little bit. And to double that bass like that, okay, in this case, the F is going to go up to G, and that D, instead of going down to C, is going to go up to E, and that way we get this nice 5-6-4, and then we can put a 5-3 after this. And then you can resolve to a 1 chord. Okay, so again, these general principles work very well, and on rare occasion you have to make a little change, and that's all we're doing here. That's 7-4-2. In order to get that 5-6-4 formation where you're doubling the bass, that F has to go up to G instead of down to E, because otherwise we'd have leaps up here, and we don't want that.